What's on Your Mind is sponsored by ACC 339 Dudley Road, New Style Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam Jam.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to another program in the series of What's on Your Mind. I am Carl. The program is produced by Breakthrough TV at gmail.com. How you doing? Let me say thank you for all you guys who's actually tuning to the program. And all you guys who've been watching the program, let me say big shout out to you. I want to say big shout out to our guests last week. Honey B, big shout out to you, Honey B. Wonderful program with us last week. Absolutely marvelous. Check out her new tune as well. Rootsy, the Rootsy girl, check out. Also want to say big shout out to Tina B. Also check her out. Also, Heather Haywood, check out her track with also Sugar Rainbow. Yeah. Also want to say big shout out to all you guys, as I say, to tune into the program. And I want to say a big thanks and a big shout out to Mr. Bonnie Johnson. Now, Mr. Bonnie Johnson always watch the program. Mr. Bonnie Johnson was the first British person of color to win the British heavyweight champion. He came to the UK at the age of 16, yes, and he did great. In a report a couple of years ago, he speaks of the days of systemic racism in the 70s, but with all that, and he never stopped him from being the British heavyweight champion. As I say, he came from Jamaica when he was 16, and he became a regular Brummie, adopted to Birmingham, you know what I mean, which is absolutely, he still lives in actually Birmingham. And I want to say big shout out to him and his wife, and I say he always watches the program. And when we talk about Windrush generation, yeah, there was Bonnie Johnson. Now, before John Conte, Lloyd Honegan, Frank Bruner, Lennox Lewis, Chris Eubank, all those boxers, you know what I mean? There was Mr. Bonnie Johnson, and he is still with us. So we want to say a big shout out to you, Mr. Bonnie Johnson. And as I say, his wonderful wife. Had a great chat with his wife this week, and she's actually a fantastic woman. Fantastic. A big shout out to you, Mr. Bonnie. And as I say, his family. He also had a club in Birmingham, and he also helped young boxers to get into boxing and sports and all that sort of stuff. He actually had a club in Birmingham called Club International. I think it was situated in sort of where we call there's a place in Birmingham called the Watering Hole. It's all changed around here now. There's no longer that such a place. And they've changed the road and the whole setup of the road, you know what I mean? He actually had a club around there. And in the early days, groups from the city or local groups could always go there and play there, you know what I mean? And it was actually sort of get them to get a look at incoming artists, you know what I mean? Would always go there and play there. So he was also a big supporter of local talent as well, you know what I mean? So we want to say big shout out to you, sir, Mr. Bonnie Johnson. And as I say, when we talk about Windrush, we're celebrating Windrush. You know what I mean? When we talk about Windrush, there's no other person that comes bigger than Mr. Bonnie Johnson. Yeah, so we say big shout out to you, sir. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, my guest this week is a wonderful lady. Her name is, wow, the wonderful Sugar Rainbow. And she's an artist, she's a singer, she's a songwriter, she does tours, and she is a wonderful lady. Sugar, are you there?
Yeah, it was hot. It's still hot, actually.
It's very hot. Let me say, welcome to Breakthrough TV.
Welcome.
So, let me ask you then, I got to ask you, the name. Let me ask you the name. Sugar Rainbow. How did that name come about?
A comic book? No, I'm just joking.
What did you say? From what?
Sounds like it. It's like I have that name for years, actually.
Yeah.
Long time. I think it's, donkey years.
Wonderful name, wonderful name. And as I say,
it's not our real name.
It's.
Yeah.
And I say, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, you've done collaborations with different people. We're going to talk about that a little later on. So, where did it all started?
Sorry?
Where did it all started?
Oh, long time ago. Very long time ago.
how do you sort of get into sort of music and being a singer-songwriter? How do you, what your first journey into music?
Journey was when I was actually 5, 6, 7 years old. I started humming in music.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, when children they hum everything.
yeah,
So automatically everybody is a songwriter if you can, you know. And I think because I didn't understand when you're that young, you don't understand anything about, so you hum your own thing.
hmm
So that's what I did. And when I grew up, I still was humming. And I think, where does all these melodies come from? Hello. So yeah, I
Uh,
think it's from above. So
what sort of things you was humming to? What kind of sort of genres you was humming to?
I can hear a whole song in my head already every time, and I have to quickly record it on my phone.
hmm
Otherwise, it's gone, in a couple
hmm
of seconds. Or when you dream a whole song. I don't know where it's coming from, but I don't think it's me. But yeah,
Yeah. So
it is.
what was those early days starting as a performer, an entertainer? How did that come about?
Yeah, I had a United States. I had a American manager
Okay.
before, and he had all those gigs around.
Yeah.
Uh, and I met a musician. Then I built up a studio in my own home.
Okay.
Did 2 albums. I think I have one here.
What is that called?
Oh, that was so old,
Okay.
but 13 songs on there. And I got another one, and after another one. After that, I went to America, and I signed up with these people with CC Production. Can
Yeah.
you see?
I can see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's working with a lot of people back in the days.
Oh, great.
all these, yeah,
And how far?
all these
How far?
people.
How far are
Oh,
we go?
it's long ago.
How
That's
far?
100 years ago.
How far are we
Yeah,
going back? How far are we going back? 80s, 90s?
100 years.
No, no. Leave it down. Nobody live for 100 years unless you're very,
Oh,
very. Nobody lives for 100 years unless you're very, very lucky.
well, you never know. Well,
Say 80s,
that's
90s.
why that's why I made that song. Think about.
Yeah, we're gonna come
And,
back to that. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later on. I mean, we're coming right up. We're gonna talk about it a bit later on. So say we're going back to the 80s, 90s. Was that your major influence?
oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
All the
So
funk and disco and soul. Even the 60s are good, and
okay,
50s.
yeah,
I like all kinds of music actually. I'm not one stuck onto funk only, but I did all rock. I did reggae. I did all sorts of stuff. So yeah, but I like funk.
you like funk.
Yeah.
I like my funk myself. I said funk.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I think the 70s and 80s were the best in that time.
I like the I like the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I like the 80s and
90s is
90s.
more R&B, but it's
Yeah,
good too.
it,
Yeah.
it was good. It was not, yeah, more R&B, but it was nice. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
there was a,
very nice.
there was a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. There was a lot of stuff actually going on in the 90s when the R&B
Yeah.
was. It switches a lot to the 90s. The R&B groove switches a lot to sort of different levels. You got some really nice tracks, you know what I mean, like TLC, you know what I mean, and all those sort of
Yeah.
artists. And then it sort of switch again, you know what I mean? And then you have what the
Lyric.
you had the
Yeah.
influence of the hip hop that actually comes in also.
Hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah,
Celebrating 50 years.
that's right.
I was
Yeah,
crazy about him back in the days. Yeah.
he was a
And
big
Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I like artists like Warren G, which was a
Yes.
great Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg is no longer with
NW.
us.
Yeah, Nate Dogg. Oh wow, he got beautiful melodies too.
Yeah, yeah,
And NWA.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, MWA is for me.
When hip hop was hip hop.
Yeah, when we say,
Whoa.
can I say it?
Yes.
When we say when we say
Yeah.
fight the power.
Woo! Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And even funny enough,
Flavor
e-
Flav, yeah.
even funny
Woo!
enough, artists such as
Flavor Flav, man, he's so funny. Yeah.
even
Great
artists such as
stuff.
Grandmaster Flash, because
When
he
mhm.
was singing about his
He left
environments.
where? Don't
Yeah,
push me.
yeah. So
Yeah. Woo!
so he was actually singing about his environments, and he
Yeah.
wasn't killing anybody. You know what I mean? So hip hop hasn't changed. Hip hop hasn't changed, and he wasn't killing another brother. You know what I mean? And he wasn't
Divide.
shooting another brother, even though he was singing about his neighborhood to make his neighborhood better. He wasn't singing about boom, boom, boom in somebody else's head, and he wasn't dissing
Yeah,
women.
now, I don't
And he wasn't
know.
dissing women. I'm gonna we're
Common
gonna do a sh-
like,
we're gonna do
yeah.
a show.
Like,
We're gonna do a show.
yeah.
We're gonna do a show about hip hop, the good and the
Mhm.
bads about hip hop, because I mean everybody say
And
hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, but you know it wasn't. There's a part that hip hop was actually disrespecting a lot of women, shooting the brothers. A lot of artists has died. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
A
know.
lot. Anyway, let me move on. So, what makes you decided you wanted to be an entertainer?
No, no, no. I'm not really a performer, but yeah,
Of
I
course you
did
are.
before.
Of course you are.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. I like the production side of it.
Yeah,
I'm more a songwriter, more the production. I
yeah.
don't know, these days they call it all different names: producer, arranger, writer. What is it? I don't know the difference, but yeah. I think arranger is, oh, put the chorus there and the bridge there. Maybe, yeah, that's what I'm doing too. So I don't know. And yeah, and it's good to work with um, other people, collaboration.
Yeah. And so, how long have you been producing, and how did you sort of get into that?
Um, I don't even know what producer is, but yeah, it seems like it's a word.
Yeah,
You just write, you just hear the melody, and you collaborate with musicians.
yeah,
And they can hear that they hear it in a different way or something, and they bring up the song, you know,
yeah.
and they become one
Great. And you
around
pro-
around the melody.
great. And have you produced a lot of tracks or for different artists?
Um, no, not really.
Okay, okay, okay.
I wish.
You've also worked around London quite a bit over the years. What's that like?
I love London. It's very down to earth. It's a good place, and it's musical. It's vibrated. Um, it's a lot of action, and it's really good. I love people. Very down to earth.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Some of
it's
the
good.
clubs, some of the clubs you've actually worked there at London.
Sometimes I still go out, but the clubs back then, yeah, most of the clubs are gone.
Yeah,
And I love dancing, so have a shake a little leg, you know. And I did electric boogie before as well, you know. And that's different because it's not musician, but it's more like a beat
hmm
kind of thing. So you did the popping. When I was very young, I don't do that anymore. But
okay.
yeah.
You're still very young.
Thank you.
Why did you laugh? I don't know why. No, it's true. You're still very young.
Everyone, I don't know. I
Who have
keep
been
it
s-
together. Thank
who have,
you.
who have been some of the famous artists that's been an influence on your musical career?
My influence is in everything, even film music, you
Okay.
know, uh, opera, rock, hard rock, funk, everything. Uh, you got so much beautiful artists out there. It's amazing, you know,
Okay. Great.
gospel, everything what you can imagine.
Yeah.
It's a
Right.
part of a journey.
Great. You've told me you actually work. I see on your file you actually work
Yeah,
on this cruise ship. Tell us about the cruise ship.
cruise ships.
Yes. Cruise ships.
Did you say
Ships.
cruise ship?
Cruise ship. Ship. Ships.
Oh
That's
yes, yes, I did.
ships in
Yes,
the
that
sea.
was
Come on.
fun.
Tell us. Tell us
Yes,
about
it was
you
fun.
working on the cruise ship. What's that like?
Yeah, but it was more older people. I mean, older. I mean, like 80 plus. You know what I mean? Those songs. And then you sing like crazy, crazy for feelings. You know those kind of songs. But after a while, I got bored because it was just, uh, you make a living, but it was. I wanted to have something up tempo,
Mm,
and I like tempo songs, but I like slow songs too.
okay.
But yes, I love all kinds of music. But when I was working on the slow songs, though those songs depressed me a bit. So I wanted to have some more uplifting. So I joined more party groups, and
Hmm.
I met John there. John is a wonderful bass player.
Okay.
And then after we had a band together as well after that. But first we joined another band.
Okay.
It was all up tempo. And I
Hmm.
thought, yeah, I think I like this. Party
And
songs.
how long say you tour on a cruise ship? How long say it
Too
was?
long because I got bored in the end.
Sorry?
Not too long because I got bored in the end.
You bet.
But I did it for a while. Yeah.
Okay. And
There's all the cover songs that you have to learn. It's only slow songs because
mm,
they elderly people and yeah, they like those kind of songs. So you
okay.
have for all different genre.
Yeah. Didn't you sort of feel seasick on the ship?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
Amazing. 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 And did you sort of where did the ship go? Did it go sort of the Americans or that sort of thing?
Oh no, it just stayed around, up and down, like from Calais up and
Okay.
down
Okay.
to London, and also another cruise ship. Uh, yeah, I can't remember. It was such a long time ago.
You also did
Yeah,
you also did
Europe.
tours. Sorry. You also did tours. What is like touring? What is like touring? Being on the road.
Tours. I was touring with a reggae band,
Okay.
The Chosen Few. If you know that one?
I know the chosen few. Yes.
Yeah, they're my friends. They
Wow.
really nice people. Yeah, and I also on the album of them as well.
Okay. You sing on the album with them. Yeah. Where did you
And
go?
then I did,
Where did you go?
huh?
Where did you go? When you actually
Oh,
tour?
in London, in Birmingham, in Leeds, Manchester. Around
The UK.
England.
Around the UK. Yeah.
Just a tour, small tour. Yeah.
Nice.
And then I
Amazing,
did
man.
backing vocals for TikTok. That was famous in the 80s. But that was a long time ago.
Marvelous.
That was
Marvelous.
rock music, actually. I did the opera stuff.
My apologies. My apologies. And what is it like? What work like sort of working on stage with sort of different people or different artists? What is it like?
Yeah, it's all right. But I think I'm more a songwriter and production. But I
Yeah.
like stage as well. But
Mhm.
more, I like backing vocalist as well as a backing vocalist. More in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Who was one of the most famous person you've actually worked with? Who you say famous?
What do you mean?
You know,
Everybody's famous.
everybody's, somebody like,
You
like somebody, because I talked to your good friend, Heather Haywood, and she said she was
Oh
on
yes,
stage. She was on
lovely,
stage with
lovely.
I talked to
Oh,
your good,
lovely.
I talked
It's
to your
very down.
good, your good friend Howard,
Yeah,
sorry, Heather Haywood, and she said she was
yeah,
on stage with
yeah.
the
We
great
performed together.
Whitney
Yeah.
Houston. You
Yeah,
performed
she
with
did
Heather.
all sorts of stuff, and I did sorts of stuff. Yeah, different songs,
Mm,
different cover songs, and sometimes she did her original songs as well.
okay, great, fantastic, absolutely, absolutely
Yeah,
marvelous, absolutely marvelous.
I know her
And
for a
you've
long
also
time actually,
long time.
maybe 15 years, 10 years, I can't remember, something like that, 12 years, 15. I don't know. I lost time,
You
but
lost in
it's
time.
yeah, it's a
How did
lovely
you find
lady.
it? How did you find it then? How did you find it?
And beautiful in the heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you know people like the Chosen Few, and they're working with
Yeah,
Shalimar.
you know them.
And I know you know people, and you come across people like the Chosen Few, and they're actually working with Shalimar.
My producer is working with Shalimar,
Okay. What's your
yeah.
producer name?
John Thompson. Whoop,
Ah.
whoop. Yeah,
what does that
he's
mean?
very,
What does that mean? Whoop
he's
whoop.
actually there
What does
now. Yeah,
John
yeah,
and,
they were singing and being on stage, and yeah,
and they
I'm
actually
probably gonna.
they actually doing the 40th anniversary tour, aren't they?
Yeah, they go everywhere around.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Not the origin,
absolutely
not the original
fabulous.
lineup, but they still got Jeffrey Daniels and Howard Hewitt there.
Oh,
Yes.
he was my neighbor, Jeffrey
Who?
Daniels.
Jeffrey
Yeah,
Daniels.
he's great.
Colonel
Yeah,
Pop.
yeah.
Colonel
He's
Pop.
great. He's great.
What?
Fantastic. He's a good dancer.
He's
Very
a
good.
good dancer.
Yeah.
Well, he's
They all
allegedly
have
taught.
they are talented. Yeah, they're all talented, and the band is talented as well. All the musicians, they're all talented. Backing singers,
Great. So, do you have any
great stuff.
do you have any stories that being on the road that you like to tell us? Any stories like you've been on the road? I mean,
Oh, I
we've
can write a book. I don't think we gotta go down there.
just one, just one.
Oh my God.
Tell
Which
us,
one?
tell us.
Which tour?
Any funny stories? Any tour?
Oh,
Being on the
funny
road?
story. Yeah, well, for example, we go on the bus. We're all on the bus, going down there. We go to a hotel, and uh, yeah, we stay over and we have fun, and uh, we, for example, we go rehearsals,
Mhm.
and uh, I don't know. I don't know. What
What are
kind
the,
of stories?
what are the disadvantages and advantage of being on the road?
Which kind of
Advantage and disadvantage. Any special moments?
any special moments? I can't think of anything. Sorry. Uh, special moments.
Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, I don't know. Um, yeah, it was all fun. It was all fun, basically. Yeah, and they're all lovely people.
Do you enjoy touring?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me 1 second, please. I just have to catch my water.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we had fun.
S-
Ah, the good old days.
Something special. Um, an American from Detroit you work with. Um,
Yeah,
tell us all about
that was
that collaboration.
a very good production. It was his
Okay.
production.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you get together. Did he came to the UK to do that, or did you go to the United States?
No, we just take it on over the internet since the
Okay.
lockdown.
Yeah.
You know.
And tell us about Rainbow Funk. I see your story says Rainbow Funk. What is Rainbow Funk?
Anyway, Lindsay is great. He's fantastic. Very down to earth. He's a lovely guy. Ended up, sorry, a good production. Very
Marvelous.
good.
Marvelous.
Yeah. And that
And
song was actually long. Was a very old song of mine, but they redone it, so
yeah.
that's good.
And you had a track called Cause. Is it Cause? Chill. Fear is
Chill
land.
is. Oh my God, that is. I got it right here. Um, he was. Yeah.
Is that chill?
Yeah. He was signed on with me together.
Yeah.
We were signed on.
Marvelous.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
Claude Jr. Claude
Um,
Woods Jr. Yeah, and he wrote the song, so and I sung it.
yeah. Love. What about Love from Heaven? Love from Hedging. Yeah.
Lost from Heaven, I wrote
Love
it.
from Heaven. What sort of
Yeah,
did you? What sort of inspired that track?
the Lost from Heaven, from
Yes.
within.
Okay.
It's kind of a spiritual song.
Can you elaborate for me a little bit, please? Love from Heaven.
Um, it's all love, it's like you said, what this Rainbow Funk. Rainbow Funk is a music production
Hmm.
uh, with bright colors, peace and love, and diversity, and
Hmm.
the music hopefully bring people together,
Hmm.
to connect. Music connects.
Hmm.
So yeah, and it's music is spiritual anyway. So
Hmm.
definitely.
And how did that came about?
Uh, oh my God. It's sometimes you listen to the birds and they sing something and you just pick up melodies from that as well. Anything you pick up melodies from, and the melodies sometimes you have a dream and um, you hear the whole finished song already in your head.
Oh, great.
So yeah, and that's
And
it.
and who produced Love from Heaven? Just going a little bit back.
Lost from Heaven.
Who produced the track?
Me.
Oh, you
Yeah,
produced the track. Great. Fantastic.
I did.
What about is it Roller? Is it Roller Zone?
Roller Zone. Yeah, there
What's
was
that about?
actually
What's that about?
the music of roller skating. I did roller skating back in the days,
Was you good?
and he wrote a song, well, the music for it, and I heard it, and I thought, wow, it's okay, it's very nice. So uh, I left there in the studio, and I come up with some humming, and I think, oh yeah, this reminds me of roller skates.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and I write something about roller skates. So
Okay.
that's what I did back in the days, but not anymore.
And and and
Fancy
and you
more.
and you enjoyed it. I've never I've never been roller skating. Never been roller
You
skating.
did.
No,
You didn't.
no.
That's great.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
I think I can't do it anymore. I'd probably break a leg.
I'm telling you. I went. I
you
went
need
ice.
to, you need to
I
get
went.
back into it. Yeah,
I
that
went.
maybe.
I went
Just
ice
practice.
skating. I went ice skating once. Never again.
Oh,
I, I
ouch.
was I was very young.
What happened?
Well, to be honest, me being me, I
Oh,
I went I went with a couple of friends and
yeah.
went with three ladies. And me being me, say, oh,
Woo-hoo.
I'm gonna try this out. And
Yeah.
you know what my friends did? They actually take
No.
me and says, come on, Carl. And they put me
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the ice skating ring. Never been skating before.
Oh,
And,
lovely.
and
Did you
what
fell
they did,
down?
and
Yeah.
what they did, they leave me there,
Oh
and
no.
I'm
How did you
crawling.
get up?
I'm crawling. I couldn't get up. My back was gone. My arm was gone. Everything was gone. And I had to crawl, hands and knees, and hands and
Oh,
knees.
that's embarrassing.
And, uh, and my,
Well, on that,
I think,
you know.
I think I went to this young lady, and I says, please, 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 help me get me back to the safe zone.
Yeah, that's happened to me too when I tried to back to roller skate again and
Mm,
it didn't work because it was too long ago.
yeah.
So I just cracked on uh, my trousers and it was a hole in my pants. So and I had to go home like that. That was very embarrassing. Yeah. It was, I think,
I
oh,
wish
because I fell down, so I think the trousers was ripped, so I had to throw it in the bin. Yeah,
embarrassing her what?
embarrassing. So I had to go like that on the bus.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but never mind. That was fun.
Yeah, and I've never tried it again because that just left. Sometimes
Uh,
something just
maybe
stick.
a few minutes more. I'm
Sometimes something
scared of mistakes now.
sometimes something just stick in your head and you will never try it
I
again.
know when you get older, you get more careful, isn't it? I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's very
Sometimes
weird.
because
Even with driving, you use more careful. Yeah, everything.
perhaps, perhaps. Let me ask you then: are you signed to any record label? Which one?
Yeah, before in yeah LA. I lived in LA before Burbank.
Okay,
It was great stuff.
okay.
We used to party in Rodeo Street,
Where's that?
Rodeo Drive. Sorry,
Where's
Rodeo
that?
Drive.
Where's that?
Rodeo Drive is the major long street basically with all the beautiful shops. Very expensive, but yeah.
Okay. What we talk?
We
What
were
we talk about
partying with
expense?
John B and Babyface.
When we
Uh,
talk?
yeah, it was
When we talk
great.
about? When we talk about expense? What we're talking about? Say a beautiful handbag. Ladies, of course.
No, it's not for me. No way. But yeah, you know, it's all good. It's beautiful. Fashion
Okay.
is beautiful.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Any hobbies?
Yeah.
What are your hobbies?
Actually, I was going to. I was I was doing a fashion design also in uh, university. So yes, I can do if I want to.
Uh,
Yeah,
will you?
I like it.
You never pursue that? You never carry on with that?
I did some. I designed one for imagination,
Okay.
and my sewing machine went broke, and I had to do it quickly. So I ran to a sewing machine shop and said, "Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me?" And when it came out, it's like, oh no, it was not the one what I had in mind, but you know,
Hmm.
uh, I think, yeah, but yeah, he used it anyway on stage.
I like when you go, wow, wow, there you are.
Right, here we go.
What, what you been doing, girl? What you been doing?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything. It just suddenly it just boom in the air.
Okay, okay, okay.
Are we online?
Yes, you're live. You're live.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God! Hey there! What's up? This is Sugar Rainbow, and this is here. This is Carl, the main man. Woo!
So,
He's
my
the
lady, tell me now.
main man.
You work
Sorry.
with. Let's
Yeah.
let's move it up. Let's move it up. Let's let's come to.
Yeah.
You've done the track with the
Yeah.
wonderful Heather Haywood.
Haywood.
How did that come about?
I wrote that song, the melody, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, last year, I had a melody in my head. I wrote about 10 melodies.
Okay.
And I thought this one is actually good for Heather.
Okay.
Let me call her and see what she say, you know.
Yeah.
And Heather say, okay, let's do this. I sent it to her actually. There was no music actually there first.
Mm.
No lyrics, nothing. Just
Yeah.
a melody. And she liked it. And I said, okay, we can work on that. So yes. And my producer said, I can hear some good stuff there. Yeah, we can work on that. So he got his, I don't know, if it's about John, he's doing his own thing with his musical thing. You know what I mean? I'm not interfering. So he built the Rainbow Funk team
Yeah.
built the whole music around
Yeah.
that melody.
Yeah.
And after he sent it me back, I thought, okay, this is it. But can you do a solo, a bass solo on that one? He said, no. I said, yeah. So finally that he did it. So also make that course a bit longer towards the end. And yeah, I just arranged it a little bit. So I sent it to Heather. Well, actually, first I did some lyrics and I
Yeah.
couldn't find the lyrics of the second verse.
Okay.
So I said, she said to me, can I write something? I said, yes, the second verse, please. So yes. She done the second verse, great ideas. Yeah, and the ad libs on the end as well. And she called me, she said, can we do this? Can we do that? I said, yeah, no problem. Send me some vocals, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, and I arranged the vocals, put it together, send her vocals up to John. It was done, and then everything, yeah, mix in, tune up, mix in everything. So yeah, that's how it goes.
On the track, it's doing quite well because it's in the UK Soul Chart.
Yes, I'm amazed. Actually, I'm so amazed. I'm thankful for all the DJs and fans and friends and everybody else that actually like the 80s vibe still
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised because, you know, I didn't want to do any modern stuff. I just was, you know, stay there back in time,
Yeah.
basically, like a time machine.
Yeah.
So
How
jump
did
in
you
the
get?
time machine, go back, and then
How,
go forward in the modern times. So yeah,
how did you get to know Heather?
in a party actually,
Yeah.
through Ray Parlors. He was an amazing saxophone player.
Yeah.
He works with Incognito,
Yeah. I've heard of
everybody
him.
else,
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Stan,
Yeah.
a lot of people actually, and he's amazing. I met him through, well, I met her through him, and he was like, come together, everybody, togetherness, you know.
Yeah.
He was a lovely guy, and unfortunately, 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? The time flies. He just, yeah, he passed away, so it was very sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything coming up?
I actually have still stuff from him, and that he's gonna do on my song, one of the tracks. So we're gonna do them still in the future. I don't know when, but it's gonna be a reggae track because he loved his reggae. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What have you got coming up in the pipeline?
Sorry,
What have you got coming up in the pipeline?
I can't hear you.
I say, what have you got coming up in the pipeline?
When are you going to the Grapevine?
No.
Sorry,
Any current events?
not at the moment. No, no.
No.
Maybe in the future, you never know.
Anything you're working on? Anything you're working on in the future?
Yes, of course. Writing, 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 and more writing.
Yeah.
And of course, stay positive. Um, don't give up, and just do your thing as long as you can. Think about it. You can still start over.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Where can we find your music?
um, rainbowfunk.com. All the
Okay.
links out there,
Okay.
and all the all the links out there.
Yeah.
But I only do a few, the main platforms.
Yeah.
Not many, but yeah, a few, like Spotify and Amazon, iTunes, Apple,
Okay.
and
I just
Kazam, of course.
I was just gonna say social media.
Yeah, I don't tick all the stores, but yeah, the main stores, because
Why is
I
that?
got lost.
Why
I
is
get
that?
lost.
Or you could get lost.
Well, all the way in Russia, I couldn't even find my song, or all the way in China, or I don't know. I get lost, and you can't even get in to hear your own song because you have to pay £10 a month.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think no, I'm not gonna tick that one. So yeah,
As I say, are you on social media? No?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Great. Okay. Um, the last time we actually talked, you told me you was in was it Holland? Was
I
it Holland?
toured everywhere a little bit. Yeah, it was just mainly party songs.
It was party. What's
Yeah,
it like in What's it like in Holland?
private functions, that kind of thing. Like celebration things,
Hmm.
somebody's birthday party, or that kind of thing. And after that, I did my own band. We did that as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was all fun. It was all fun. They were a
Okay.
great band, and I put all the good musicians together. So yeah, it's like, how do you say that? It's magic. If you put the good musicians together, it's like magic.
Okay.
So that's what I did. And sometimes if one didn't make it or whatever, you always have depths.
Okay.
So that's the great part. So in the end, you end up with lots of positions from here and there. Oh, you can't make it. Okay, you can't make it. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah.
All right. Any what you got to say to your fans or your people or those out there who are watching this program or who's listening to your music? What you got to say to them? Any special messages?
Oh, stay positive. Stay positive. Stay within. And thank you all for actually liking the music, what we're doing, what we're creating. It's an honor. And some people, they say, you sound like the Jones Girl, you sound like Donna Summer, you sound like, I don't know, all kinds of people that Aspen and Simpson, I don't know, all kinds of Sherelle. And I thought, okay, wow, that's an honor. Because
Okay,
that's the
great,
era that we grow up with. Sorry.
great.
Yeah.
Any artists that are alive you would actually love to work with now?
Starpoint.
Stars?
Starpoint. She's gone, but she was a great singer. Yeah.
You say, tell us a little about her. Tell us a little about her.
Dixon. Yeah, she's beautiful. Her voice. When I hear her voice, I just get bruised pimples. And she always,
And
wow, all these
for
crazy stuff. Woo, all that.
for those of
Yeah.
for those of who don't know, where is she from? Where was she from?
No, she's American. So
Okay. Now, so let me say thank you for tuning in to Breakthrough TV. want to thank my special guest, Sugar Rainbow. Big shout out to you for taking part in the program. All you guys who actually watch the program and take part in the program, please don't forget to share the program. Have a great weekend. Look after yourself. God bless you. And my time is here. I want to say big shout out to Sugar Rainbow. Also want to say big shout out Heather Haywood. And don't forget to check their track out. Think About. The track is actually great and it's doing very, very well. Big shout out to you. My time is here. Must apologize for a little bit of issues with the technical issues that we've actually had. Sometimes, as you know, live stream, the signal goes in and it goes out. God bless you. Take care. And because of the heat also, we know it gets hot all across the world. So the temperature can actually affect the whole system. Good afternoon.